Hi, I'm Natalie Lewis. I worked in corporate America for a little over 14 years. I worked my way to the top of a billion-dollar company, really ready to take that next leap in the executive food chain, so to speak. I had what everybody would consider the dream job. I had all the perks, all the benefits, the paycheck, the title, the office, all those great things. But the reality is that they didn't come without a price. I was working 8 to 7, then getting online after work and doing more catch-up. And I had 2 beautiful children at home that I didn't have an opportunity to spend much time with. The worst part of my day was first thing in the morning when I would wake up and I was rush, got to get my hair done, get ready to go, get out the door. And I didn't even have time for the most important part of my day, which was to say good morning and I love you to my kids. And I hated it. I was absolutely miserable in my own situation. I knew that if I didn't do something, if I didn't stop trading time for money, nothing in my situation was ever going to change. And I'd miss my children's entire childhood, and I'd be full of regret. So I decided quite profoundly that I was going to make a change. I decided that if I could work 11 hours building somebody else's business, then I could build my own, and I immediately started looking for a way out. I saw a lot of options, but my years of experience had taught me exactly what I was looking for. And quite frankly, I wasn't finding it until I finally found Syntek Global. This company had all the right pieces. It had a product based on a need, not a want. It appealed to everybody. It was internationally recognized, an impeccable history, proven effectiveness, and people that could use the product without even spending any extra money. And this was different than anything I'd ever done before and different than anything I'd ever seen before. But I knew that if I followed the system, if I worked hard, if I could just work hard, I could replace my income in 6 to 12 months and I could set myself up for a solid future and put myself squarely in a position where I could be in control of my time, where I could be in control of my money, do what I want to do with my time, with my home, with my kids, and I could be happy. And that's exactly what I did. My husband and I now both work from home full-time, and we have 3 children, and we're very excited about our future. So what I'm going to show you now is how, regardless of what your current circumstances are, whether you love your job or you hate it, you can generate a supplemental or substantial income by following the same system we used and by offering the same product to people that we have that will literally save them more money than they spend to buy it. Now, obviously, this is going to be different than anything you've heard about before because, quite frankly, there's nothing else like it. We brought XFT together with Syntek Global, and we took the best parts of traditional sales and marketing, as well as the most powerful parts of network sales and marketing, to create a system that truly works for everyone. Now, look, this is not going to be about hype and emotion. I'm not going to stand here and rah, shish, boom, bah. I'm just going to state the facts, and then I'm going to allow you to make a logical decision that's right for you. So here are those facts. XFT has been proven in over 2 decades of use in the industrial industry to prolong engine life, decrease emissions, improve performance, and improve fuel economy. And Syntek Global recently secured the rights to bring it from those industrial giants down to the hands of the general public so that we could use it to see the same benefits. So what is XFT? Xtreme Fuel Treatment, or XFT for short, is a comprehensive fuel treatment that has 7 key components with an impressive history. Let's start from the beginning. One of the foundational aspects of this product is a fuel stabilizer. Now, AT&T Bell Laboratories had large stationary generators servicing huge commercial buildings in case of electrical failure, but they had a problem. By the time the generator was actually needed, the fuel had been sitting in the tank too long and it separated. That would clog the fuel lines and wouldn't even allow the generator to start. What's the point of having a generator if it doesn't work, right? Well, one of the engineers felt the same way, so they worked with AT&T Bell Laboratories and they developed a stabilizer that would stabilize fuel for longer periods of time, allowing it to stand without separating or deteriorating for years. When he left Bell Laboratories, he took the formulation and the patent for his stabilizer with him, creating a new product, which is the basis of what we have today in XFT. Next comes the addition of something called an organometallic compound. 2 of the brightest minds on the planet, Ernst Otto Fischer and Jeffrey Wilkinson, discovered this compound and were even awarded the Nobel Prize for it back in 1973. This discovery was so significant that it helped organizations as large as NASA to solve problems they were having. This Nobel Prize-winning chemistry solves many of the problems in our vehicles today. When you add this compound to fuel, it acts as a catalyst and allows the fuel to ignite at a lower temperature. It provides a longer, more complete burn of the fuel, and that uses the fuel more efficiently, providing improved fuel economy and less wasted fuel out the exhaust pipe. That happens to also give the added benefit of reducing emissions by up to 33%. Let me put this in my terms, something I could understand. If you put a cake in the oven and you put it at too high a temperature, what's going to happen? It burns on the outside, but it remains gooey and uncooked in the middle, right? Well, the same thing's happening with our fuel. It isn't getting a complete burn, so it leaves a lot of unburnt fuel to come out the tailpipe as emissions or clog up your engine with that gooey part. But with XFT, you solve this issue by lowering that temperature and getting a more complete burn of the available fuel. This organometallic compound is significant and a very unique component of XFT. Now, while it's attractive to save money with better fuel economy, the product does so much more. There's 5 different slow-release detergents that clean and maintain the injectors, as well as the rest of the fuel system, so that your engine works as efficiently as possible. Rust and corrosion inhibitors remove and prevent rust from your fuel system, keeping it running like it should. And it also has lubricants that help reduce friction from pistons, pumps, and injectors, which would wear down your engine over time if left unchecked. This prolongs the working life of your vehicle and keeps it running longer with less maintenance. It has a demulsifier which keeps water from forming in your fuel, and a single drop of water could cause your whole injector to fail and damage your entire engine, so this is a very important component. Polymerization retardants reduce the solids that form in the fuel tank, and they keep your engine clean, prolonging the life of all of those moving parts. Now, all of these components come together and they create XFT, a powerful product that increases fuel economy, prolongs engine life, reduces emissions, and improves performance. It works in all combustible engines with multiple types of fuel, so whether you drive a diesel or a car, a boat or an RV, a tractor or a lawnmower, it works in all of it. XFT is perfectly safe, and in over 20 years of use, there's never been one claim against this product. In the United States, there's even an act of Congress called the Magnuson-Moss Act that makes it so that it can't even void your engine's warranty. Now, most people don't know this, but in almost all owner's manuals now, they actually direct you to use a fuel additive to combat the negative side effects of things like ethanol and poor fuel quality and make your engine last longer. XFT can be that additive, but it's so much more. It's a comprehensive fuel treatment, and it really works. Take a minute and watch some of these people tell you how it's worked for them.
We have an old car. It's a 98 Corolla. It's got 242,000 miles on it, but when we put XFT in this, it runs really smooth. We've had a couple times where we forgot to put it in, and it rattles when we are at stoplights, and so we can tell a big difference in how it makes the car run. We also get 4 miles extra to the gallon when we use it, so we never go without it.
The very first time I used SFT on the car, I moved from 430 kilometers to 515, just about 85 kilometers. The last time of doing the test, that's about 4th or 5th treatment, I moved from 430 kilometers to about 555 kilometers, was giving about 125 kilometers extra.
Hi, I'm Chris Zelkis, and I've been using Xtreme Fuel Treatment on my Mazda RX-7 for almost 2 years now. Every single time I fill up at the petrol station, my car performs better, the gear changes, and acceleration is more responsive. After those first 4 treatments, I noticed my fuel mileage increased about 100 kilometers on the same 45-litre tank. In fact, I don't even use premium fuel anymore. I use regular unleaded, and that continues to save me even more money, and my car continues to perform better.
I drive a 2000 Toyota Mark II 6-cylinder. This is a gas guzzler. Before using XFT, I used to get 380 kilometers to the full tank. That's 50 liters in my case. The first time using XFT, I got 475.5 kilometers to the full tank. Same normal driving, same route. I used to see a lot of emissions coming out the exhaust pipe in terms of black smoke. After 4 or 5 times using the treatment, all I'm seeing is heat waves. That shows that I'm getting complete burn of the fuel. The vehicle, I can feel it more powerful. It responds when I touch on the accelerator.
Before the age of 25, I had a very successful construction and real estate development company, and then I later on expanded into the transportation industry. What I realized with these two industries is the most expensive cost is fuel. In 2008, as fuel prices first started to skyrocket, I realized I had a decision to make. Either find a solution or go out of business. I went on the hunt for the solution, and I found a cutting-edge product known as Xtreme Fuel Treatment, and I began using it in 2008, and I've been a faithful user ever since. I now save over $100,000 net savings per year on my fleet's fuel bill. I've also noticed a reduced expense in maintenance and repairs and increased time between service intervals. And we've also noticed on the entire fleet a dramatic increase in horsepower and reduction of emissions.
XFT really works, and as you can see, it's worked for a long time, and for a lot of people. There's more than 85 million hours of use with this product, and over 5 billion kilometers have been driven. It's one of a kind, and in the U.S. government-issued patent, it clearly states that its unique ability to improve combustion efficiency, or fuel economy, as well as significantly reduce the formation of sludge, had never been achieved prior to this product. This product stands in a class all its own. Sure, there's other additives out there, but none that can comprehensively do what ours does, and it's been proven to do it for over 20 years. So what does this mean for you? Well, because of the great benefits of this product, XFT puts money in your pocket just by using it. First, you save money right at the pump because XFT gives you all the benefits that you experience with higher grades of fuel. So if you're used to using a higher octane or drive a higher performance vehicle, you can now use the bottom grade fuel and save yourself money right at the pump. Then add to that fuel economy. You'll spend anywhere from $3.50 to $5 US to put XFT in your tank, and you're going to get about $15 to $20 back out. That's a 300% return on investment. Where else are you going to get that? I mean, think about it. What would happen if for the next 10 years, every time you filled up your tank, you put $15 to $20 in a savings account? Do you know how much money this product would make you in the next 10 years? Now, if you're seeing that kind of savings, you're going to share the good news with someone else, right? I mean, it's natural. When we see something great, we love to share it. And that's where this opportunity gets exciting. You're going to get a 25% commission every time you tell someone about this product who buys it. You don't have to take credit cards or ship product. You just send them to your website that we create for you, by the way. They buy the product, save money, and you get paid. But you can take that a step further if you want, and you can build a sales team of people who are out marketing and selling this product. And you get to make an override commission on the sales that they make. People often ask us, how does it work? How do I make money with this company? Well, it's quite simple, really. It works just like everything else ever works. Think about it. If you owned a store and you wanted to sell something in that store, you work there 9 to 5 every day making sales, but suddenly you start to get more and more and more customers, and you realize you can't service all those customers, so you've got to hire another employee to come in and help you service those customers. Well, you own the store, so even though your employee is getting paid, you're still making a piece on every single sale that goes through, right? And what if the store gets busier after that, and then busier again after that, and you continue to hire more and more people to service the store? Well, this is how the world works. Do you think the owner of Walmart is out there actually working in his store as a teller? I don't think so. But he's making plenty of money. And do you know how? Because he gets just a tiny little piece on everything that's sold because he presented the opportunity and gave people an opportunity to go to work. Well, this is exactly how our business works. You are the business owner. You decide how big and how fast and how strong that your business is going to grow, and you can invite other people to join you. And when you do that, you get to make a little piece off of every single thing that happens. Imagine if people just shared this with 2 people. How fast could it grow? Now think about this for a minute. How many people out there are in a similar situation like I was in? Maybe they love their job, maybe they hate their job, but maybe they need a change. Maybe they need someone to bring them an opportunity inside a company that's experiencing 500% growth, that's growing across the nation and across the world, that's still in the small phases of growth, but with all of the financial support and success that big companies have. Maybe you know somebody who wants to take a hold of this thing and change their life forever. Maybe you're that person, and maybe you know other people just like you. The first step you need to take is to decide who you are. Are you a customer who wants to just use the product and save money? Or are you someone who wants to get on the train and take a ride to your future? If you want to be a customer, it's really simple. We determine how many times you fill up each month. That tells us how much product you need. We're going to set you up on the perfect auto ship so that you get a discount on the product, which maximizes your savings benefit. And then you use the product, you get the benefits, and you pocket the cash. It's that simple. But if you want to be a distributor, whether you want to make supplemental or substantial income, if you see the opportunity that sits right in front of you, the opportunity to take this product that solves a global need with a bad economy and rising fuel prices, and you have the solution, if you're the person that wants to take that and give the opportunity to someone else, regardless of their education, regardless of their background, regardless of whether they have money now or not, and give them the chance to change their life, and you change yours at the same time, then you become a distributor. My father always told me if it looks too good to be true and smells too good to be true, it is. And you're right. If you think this is a quick, get-rich thing, you're in the wrong place. But I can tell you this, if you're the kind of person who doesn't fear some hard work, you can succeed in this company. You might be sitting there watching this thinking, I would love to take that step towards my future, but I can't do this business. I don't know how to do this business. Well, I was there 4 years ago. I didn't know what I was doing either, but you know what the great news is? We have a step-by-step system that will teach you how to do it. And you'll say, how do you grow to a global business when you start in your living room? When I started this thing, I didn't know anybody in Australia. I didn't know people in New Zealand or the Philippines or Ghana. I didn't know people in these parts of the world. But people that I knew people who knew people who knew them. And all of a sudden, 4 years later, I have a global business open in 5 different markets, making me substantial income that has changed my life. Now, are you willing to take the chance that you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody? Are you willing to decide that, yes, you are capable of being successful because you deserve it? Join us. We'd love to have you as part of the Syntek family.